Hi guys. Okay, to start off the look, I'm gonna be using my Makeup Forever HD High Definition Primer, and I'm using this one because this is a prom look, and I'm sure everyone's gonna take a lot of pictures, and so this primer really makes sure that all your makeup shows through in all the pictures, and it stays on all night, so you can dance the night away and have fun. And yeah, so I'm just spreading that all over my face and on my neck, whatever is left. And then for this look, I do want a very like full coverage look because it's prom and we all want to look flawless. And so I'm gonna use my Kevyn Aucoin number 8 skin, what's it called? The skin enhancer. And this stuff goes such a long way. Like, I really recommend it to anyone who wants like a lot for their money. Like, it goes, I only put a few dots on my face and then I rub it in with my hands so it can get a little warm. Like, this is all I need. And I just rub it in. Now for even more coverage, I'm gonna go in with my Nars All Day Radiant Foundation in the color Syracuse. And I'm just gonna take that on the back of my hand, 2 pumps, and I'm going to spread that out with the back of a brush. And I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm just gonna spread that all over my face. The thing that I really love about this foundation is that it covers as well as stays on, like literally all night long and all day long. And I've worn it from morning to literally like, I want to say 10 p.m. and it's looked the same. And it's really hard for me to find a foundation that suits my skin tone and that suits, like my mom and I talked about it in our Sephora haul, and I'll link that down below. But this foundation doesn't move, it suits your skin color, it doesn't oxidize, and it's literally like one of the best foundations I've ever tried. So I'm gonna stop on my face right now and I'm just gonna go to my eyes, and I'm gonna use my Lorac eye primer, but you don't have to use it, you can use any eye primer you want. This is just the one I've been using lately. And I'm gonna spread that all over my eyelids with my finger, because the finger is the best tool. Get that everywhere. Oh, got an eyelash. Let's make a wish. Oh, went away. Alright. So for this look, I am gonna use a red lip. And so for the eyes, we don't want to go too crazy. So I'm just gonna start off by using my Cargo palette. And I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Hot Cocoa, which is, for me, a transition color. And I'm just gonna take my Sigma E40 brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just place it right on my crease and work that back and forth. It's really important to use a transition color so all the colors that you do end up using on your eyes blend really well together, because we don't want anything to be like creased and have sharp lines. Now I'm gonna take my Lorac palette, my Pro palette too, and I'm gonna use the color Rose, and let me swatch it for you guys. It's a really pretty, well, it's a rose basically, and it comes off really shimmery and it's perfect for prom. So I'm gonna take that color and I'm just gonna use any eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna take it and just, what I like to do is I like to take the color and I like to press it on the top of where I'm gonna put it and slide down. And it's like a pressing and sliding motion so we can get all of the pigment on our eye and make sure that it doesn't stay on the brush. Let's use this palette again. And I'm gonna use the color Chestnut, which is a really dark brown. I'm gonna take that color and I'm gonna slowly put it in a V motion at the ends of my eyes and just work that color in. So now I'm gonna use the Lorac Pro palette again, and I'm gonna use the color Mocha, which is just a darker version of the rose we originally used. I'm gonna take a normal eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna place it right where we put that dark brown. So it's gonna be a nice transition from rose to mocha to just a matte dark brown. It is a nighttime look. I want to smoke out the edges with just a little bit of black. Like, you can use any black. I'm just using the one from the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm very small patting motions. I'm just adding it to the outer V. And then I'll go back and blend that, because I don't want the black to take up the whole look of this. So I'm just taking, I'm patting and then I'm wiping away. I'm gonna take the color Snow, which is a very white color. I'm gonna put that right there. I think adding a white to the inner corner of your eye really makes it pop, especially when you're using like glitters and golds. And then you just bring it down. Now to line my eyes, I'm just gonna use Maybelline Eye Studio, and I'm going to just have a winged eyeliner. So for this look, I'm going to use two different Nars concealers. One is Biscuit and one is Custard. This one's the lighter one. And I'm going to use Biscuit for my under eye and my dark, any blemishes I have. And then I'm going to use Custard as my highlight. So first I'm going to go ahead and put Biscuit down, and I'm just going to put it in small lines under my eyes, and then any problem areas I have going on. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and just gonna blend that out. And it's really important to get all the way up to your waterline and just make sure everything is blending correctly. And the thing that I love about Biscuit is that it matches my foundation perfectly, so it just fits right in. Now I'm gonna take Custard and I'm gonna use that as a highlighter. And I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna hug my nose, and then I'm gonna go up to where my cheekbone is. To the top of my cheekbone. Hug my nose, and go straight up. And then we're gonna go down the bridge of our nose, make a little star on my forehead, put a little there, just to balance out all the highlight areas. I just take the beauty blender again and just start working my way in. And even though I already put concealer under my eyes, I like to go all the way up, just so there isn't a gap between colors. And then for the bridge of my nose, I'm not gonna like dab it in. Well, I am dabbing it. I'm not like gonna press it in. I'm just gonna lightly tap just so it stays exactly where I want it to stay. I don't want it to move. I want it to stay in that line. And that's it for my highlight areas. And then for contour, I'm gonna go in with a cream contour. First, I'm gonna use the Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is my newest obsession. I'm like obsessed with this product. It just, oh, it's the perfect bronzer, and it just works so well, and it blends right in, and you barely have to do anything with it. I love it. And I'm just gonna take a Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna dip it in, and then I'm gonna make a fish face, and I'm gonna work my way up towards my hairline. And then I'm done with that. I don't like to use, a lot of people like to use cream on their nose. For me, it's just difficult, and I like to keep things really easy, so I just go in with my setting powders, and I'm gonna use the Kat Von D palette for this, and I'm gonna use the shade Lyric and Lucid, which are these colors. One's a salmony color and one's a banana color. And I'm gonna use that to set, okay then. And I'm gonna use that to set my under eye, just to make sure. And it's really important to set your under eye, because then like by the end of like, I wanna say like an hour, for me on my skin, like my skin type, everything tends to crease up because I make a lot of different facial expressions, and like all these lines and like the lines under my eyes, it just creases and it just doesn't look good. So I'm just gonna take those, and I'm gonna really set everything. And just make sure that I get everything, and I'm gonna follow that triangle that I made earlier, and then I'm just gonna get in all the small places just to make sure it blends in. Of my forehead and these side areas. Now for contour, I'm just gonna use all the dark colors in this palette, and I'm gonna use Sombre, Shadow Play, and Subconscious, all the dark colors. And I'm gonna put my brush in each of them, and then just again make that fish face and just move it upwards where the line already is. We're just gonna set it. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a pencil brush, and I'm gonna dip into all those colors again. And I'm gonna start where my eyebrow is, and I'm gonna work my way down, hugging that white, the highlight area we created. And then for like a defined, I like really recommend this to everyone who's going to have their hair up during prom, like especially to those people. It's like really pretty if you put contour on your jawline, because it makes your jawline stand out and it's really prominent, and it's just something I've always really liked. So I'm just gonna put that on my jawline, and I'm gonna blend it down towards my neck, so there isn't just like a dark brown line on your jaw. Now to make sure that it doesn't look too dark and too light in some places, I go in with a color powder that is actually my shade. I'm using the color NC41 from MAC, and they actually don't sell this in the United States. I got it shipped to me. And I just go in with that same foundation brush, and I just take a little, alright then, just take a little bit of it and just dab it in and just put it on top of where I put the contour, like right there. Just so it creates a nice blended look, so it's not like dark to light. It goes from dark to like medium to light. Right there. Just like that. So for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Nars Dual Intensity Blush, and it looks like that. And I really like these brushes. I think they just came out with them. And I'm gonna use the light color in it, and I'm gonna put that on the apples of my cheek, and then when there's barely anything left, I'm gonna move upwards. So for like an extra shimmery glow, I'm going to use the MAC Soft and Gentle again. And I'm going to take a normal, what's this called? A tapered brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of it and I'm going to put it like in a C formation. So on my temple and on the top of my cheeks. And then I also like to take a little bit on my middle finger and I like to put it on the bridge of my nose. So for the lips, I'm gonna go with a red lip. I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown's Red Carpet. It's a very bright, if I can open it. It's a really bright red, and since we did the Eyes So Soft, and I thought it would be really pretty to do a red lip with this look. I usually like to take my beauty blender and just dab it on my lips, and whatever like concealer is on my beauty blender, it just goes on my lips and it makes the lipstick stay on longer. Just like that. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh. For my hair, I'm just gonna curl it, and right now it's like crazy. My family calls me Nala after Lion King because it's just so big and crazy, and when I had highlights it was blonde, so it was like really big and lioness. So the way I like to curl my hair is I like to put a section back. Well, what I first do is that I use this diamond oil from Redken's, and let me just say, this is a lifesaver for people who don't have straight hair naturally, and it like completely tames the fro. It's like magic in a bottle, and what you do is you basically just like take a little bit of it and you take it and you put it in your hand and you just rub it all over your hair, and it just makes it go from this big to this big, and life is just good again. So I am using a normal, I don't even know how many, I think this is a 1.5 inch, yeah, and I'm just gonna take it. And so when you're curling your hair, it's really important to go away from your face. Like the curls should go away from your face. Well, first you should brush it, so brush it all out, and then just slowly take, I like to take a chunk this big, but it depends on like your hair type and how much heat your hair can handle. I can usually get away with really big chunks and it curls it, but again it just depends on your hair, and I like to take it like that, and I like to go halfway. So not all the way to my hair, like my hairline. I just like to go this far. And then you sit and you wait. And I hate this part. I hate curling my hair because it takes so long. And for people who have like really long hair, like Rapunzel-like hair, I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah, one of my aunts has really long hair, like to her butt basically, and she's really tall. She's like 5'10", and she's not 5'10". She's 5'8". I don't really know how tall she is, but she's really tall. And we never curl her hair, and she never curls her hair because her hair is like pin straight, and it can't take, like it uncurls in like 30 seconds. So yeah, you just wait it out. And then I let it go. And it creates, I don't even know, my hair's so black. And it creates nice little waves like that. And then I like to use, well not yet, but I like to use the Sebastian Sharp Shaper hairspray, and it's a hold and control spray, and it's movable, so you can like move your hair around, because I don't really like that feeling of hairspray where it's like so like it's like crunchy. You can feel that there's hairspray on it, and I really like this hairspray because it holds all the curls, but you can move your hair around and without it feeling gross. So again, I'm just gonna take a chunk about this big, and I go halfway, and then I curl once, and then I go all the way down, and then I curl halfway. Okay, so for this side, we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna go in an opposite direction. So for this side, oh no, it's the same direction. You're just gonna go like, again, against your hairline. So halfway, and then go all the way down, and then go halfway again, like that. And since I have wavy hair, and if your hair is like mine, usually I can get away with just like curling the front because it's already wavy, so it just looks like, it all just looks super curly then. Because I get lazy and I don't like to sit here forever. And usually I'm running really late to wherever I have to go, so I just curl the front and I call it a day. So you guys can see it just makes big curls. And I'm gonna take, and that was the first layer, so I'm just gonna take the hairspray and I'm just gonna go like that. Spray it. And then I'm gonna let the next section of my hair down. And I'm just gonna repeat the pattern, basically. Okay, so now that all my hair is done, what I do is I literally flip my hair all the way down, and then I just brush it out with my fingers, just so it gives it more volume. And I scrunch my scalp a little bit. And then I flip it back around. And then it looks crazy like that for a little bit, but then it tames down and it like has the prettiest, biggest curls. Just like that. So for this look, because it is a prom look, if you're gonna be dancing all night, when it comes to like anything, when it comes to like driving or even like any activity, I hate having my hair in my face. So what I like to do is I took some bobby pins, and I'm just gonna take 2 bobby pins, and I'm gonna take my layers, my front layers, and I don't know how to braid. I always have to have my mom braid my hair and if you have your mom at prom, that's like the greatest thing, because I never know how to braid. And so I just twist it like this, and it creates like a halo, so you look like an angel at prom. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do the same to the other side. And that's it. And that is the complete look, guys. I hope whoever is going to prom, I hope you guys have an amazing time. Prom is like one of the greatest trademarks of senior year. You guys get to be with all your friends, and you guys get to dance the night away and just have fun. And senior year is gonna be over before you know it. Almost is over. So I hope you guys have a great time, and I hope you guys liked this look. So please subscribe, and please leave a comment down below if you have any other requests, or if you guys want me to do any other prom inspired looks. I love you guys. Bye.